Yo guys, this is Cheezh. Welcome to this brand new video here on this channel. Today I'm going to show you guys the KRK RP8 G3. These are active studio monitors. I'm really in love with them. I'm going to show you guys why. So first off, we're gonna unbox these. I've been unboxing them already actually, and I'm going to show you guys what is on the box and also what is in the box, because these were a little bit big, so I couldn't really unbox them in my room because it is a small room. So opening up the box, of course you want to know what is actually in there. What is in there? You've got, of course, the monitors themselves, and they look really dope. Of course, I don't even have to tell you guys, but the design of this thing is just absolutely insane. I freaking love it. It looks so cool. And you of course have the user guide, which most of us actually don't read because we know how to do these things, or we just watch YouTube videos like these. So the next thing we've got is the cable, the power cable of the KRKs, which is actually the only cable that comes with the studio monitor. And this is all there is in the box, so not that much. The monitor, the power cable, and of course the user guide. And I'm going to show you guys what you all need to set this up. The big woofer you see is an 8-inch aramid glass composite woofer. The little brother of these, of course, the RP6 has a 6-inch woofer. And the RP10, the big brother of this one, has a 10-inch woofer, and so on. At the bottom of the monitors, we actually have the base ports, and it's nice that they are in the front because that means you can place them anywhere because you don't have to deal with the walls on the back. It's really easy to move your monitor and place them because there's a rubber down below it. At the top we have a 1-inch slick dome tweeter, which is of course for the higher frequencies, which goes up to 35 kilohertz. When we turn the studio monitor around, we see some knobs and some inputs. Let's start off talking about the knobs. The first knob, all the way on top, is for the higher frequency levels. The second knob is the middle one, is for the lower frequency levels, and the third knob is for the volume itself. So now I told you guys what you can do with all these knobs. We also have 3 different inputs. We've got an RCA input, which is unbalanced, very important, and we got a TRS and an XLR input, which are actually balanced. I would recommend the TRS or the XLR input because these two are balanced. I'm personally using the XLR because I love those cables. Now we've talked about the audio, we also need power, so down below there is a power switch and of course an input for the power cable. I hope this video comes in handy. If it does, make sure to like this video if you think I did a great job on it, and of course comment down below if you do have some questions about it. And now it's finally time to set this thing up. So the first thing we do, of course, is put some power on these things. So we plug in the Chuco cable and we give this thing some power, and we don't turn it on yet actually because we also have to plug in some audio cables first. I'm using this audio card, which is a Focusrite 2i2. I bought this one for my microphone, for my XLR microphone, but this time we're not going to use it as an input, but we're going to use it as an output. On the back of this Focusrite, you see the TSR output. So we're going from the output of the Focusrite into the input of my studio monitors. How I'm doing that is I'm using a 6.35mm jack male cable and an XLR male cable for, of course, in the monitors. So we're going out from the Focusrite into my studio monitors. Right now I'm using this jack to XLR cable, but of course you can use a jack to jack cable or jack to RCA cable, but I would really recommend you guys use the jack to jack or the jack to XLR. Of course, we're talking about male cables on both sides right now. These monitors are on the output of my audio card, so now the only thing I have to do is adjust the USB cable to my PC to actually send the information from my computer to my audio card, which sends it to my monitors. So at the moment your PC is on, you can turn on your monitors and you can interact with your interface. At this moment your monitors are working, but still there are a lot of things to tweak. Of course, this big knob, which is the monitor audio, is of course for the level, the volume of the audio. All the way on the right side, you can choose how much you want it to be on the left, how much you want it to be on the right. You can also plug in your 6.35mm headset on the right, and there are 2 XLR inputs, for example for microphones, for your instruments, or for recording your voice, and you can select that on line or instrument, and of course you can adjust the gain on both of these. So if you want to, for example, plug in your XLR of your microphone, it will send the audio over your monitors, but just plug it in. Of course, you have to click on the button of 48 volt to give it the phantom power your microphone needs. After you've done that, it shows you it's green, so that means you are hearable.
Hello.
I'm actually talking here through my microphone, which is going through my monitors, which is echoing like crazy, but you guys got the point. So I want to show you guys how to actually place these in your room. You have to choose for the smallest wall to sit in front of, and then place them on your desk with an angle of 60 degrees between those two. Creating a triangle would be the perfect thing to do. Keep this in your mind, okay? Maybe you can even get stands for them. That's even better than this. It also depends on what kind of room you have, because you don't want it to echo that much, okay? So really keep in mind that the room matters. So after all these important steps, there's one more thing that you gotta do, is putting the tweeter, so the high frequency tweeter, at the height of your ears. This way you can hear everything perfectly, and this is how you have to set it up. So I also have an unboxing, review, and setup video on this microphone. If you want to see that, link will be in the description. So using this audio card, I can do those 2 things with it. And of course, I really love the new studio monitors. Oh yes, I've got another video up about the KRK RP8. Make sure to click on it. I'm testing the audio, I'm testing the quality of these studio monitors. If you think this was a good video, you know what to do. Give the video a big thumbs up, and make sure to check out the next video. This was Cheezh. Peace.